Hello, and welcome back to the 23rd level of Journey to Retold. We are in the middle of a challenge situation, trying to drop all of the trapdoors. We took a brief look at this at the end of the last episode, and I determined that this was going to take a really long time to get through. Why is this going to be difficult? Without the challenge, I'm not actually too worried about this room. I've done this before, and I don't remember it being all that hard, especially since I now know that you can, make little shapes out of the trapdoors so that you can have a mimic sort of stuck in a single spot adjacent to these bombs. The goal, of course, is to blow up all the bombs, because that's the only way we can kill the seep. This bomb technically never needs to be blown up. However, the challenge, drop all trapdoors. This bomb is on a trapdoor, in fact they all are, which means that in order to get the challenge, I'm going to have to blow up all of the bombs so that I can deal with the trapdoors, so that I can drop the trapdoor afterwards. Now, the thing that's going to be tricky about this is the timing component, because I'm actually stuck in here, and as soon as I hit that... Okay, I've hit it. I can't get out. The only escape for me is through this door now. Or, hitting the... restart button, I guess. So if the bomb hits this orb, this bomb goes off, I have to have already escaped, basically. I have to be standing on the door when that happens. It means this bomb, and this bomb all activate a timer. I can take out these three bombs whenever I want, and that'll be fine. Okay, so if we want... a path from Beethro getting from here to here. We do not have a lot of time. I still think I shouldn't be too concerned about this. I thought this was going to be really hard, but now that I'm looking at it again, I don't think it will be. So instead of just talking, let's actually just get into it and start doing stuff. Okay. We're going to start with the only spot we can put a mimic. Let's deal with this first. So what did I determine last time? I determined that I probably want to make a path that goes from here, goes through the bomb, and then goes up here, because this bomb is going to be the last thing I set on the timer. That means, though, that if that's what I'm doing, I'm going to have these... I'm going to have this bomb go off and then have a mimic go through and drop the trapdoor. So looking at this, I think a much smarter way of approaching this is going to be just to blow up these three bombs last, in that order. And that way... I have to set off this bomb before the door opens. But I don't have to set off this bomb before the door opens, which is kind of weird, but that's just the way the room is built. Because there's no seep here. Which means all the monsters are going to be dead when it's lit from here. And I will then... this bomb has gone off, and I'm going to be here, and I'm going to have to make a trek like this, down like that. Do I have time to do that before this burns all the way to here? I wonder. Well, that's what I'm going to try, regardless. I say regardless, but actually no, it's not regardless. I can just clear these three anyway, but no, if I'm not taking that path, I'm actually going to want to leave this or maybe this open. Here I can... yeah, that would be the most efficient way to do it, actually, just be to come through here, hit that bomb, and go down like that. I have a path that does something like that. So I can drop this. And that's fine. I'm never going to use this with Beethro. Okay, so no matter what solution I end up taking, I do not need this. Alright, with that in mind, We're going to leave open the possibility for crossing here at some point. And I guess, are we dropping all the rest of this right now? Probably not. Because when we hit this bomb... Yeah, okay, that'll be fine. What we're just gonna do... We're gonna hit that bomb now. Then this second one is going to clean up all of this, come down here, take out that trapdoor, and then stab this. Do we really want to leave this path here so that I can play it both ways? I don't think I should. Because if I'm doing that, then the problem is that I have to use the mimic. I have to stab this, and then I have to have another mimic clear the trapdoor. Which means this has to go off, and then I have a mimic from like out here going this way towards this. And then that's going to be hit, and then I have a mimic that's like stashed here that's somehow also going to get there. I could set that up. But that just sounds miserable. Well, if what I'm doing doesn't work, I can always restart to here and not redo that first mimic, I suppose. Okay. Oh, good. Serpent managed to get itself killed. That's not really, I guess, all that important, but it's nice just to have done. Alright, so at this point, just do that. And that's because the third mimic, the one that's going to hit, well, I guess the fourth mimic, because the third one's going to do this. I need to start clearing a lot of stuff. Does my sword orientation matter? Not particularly. I guess I'll just get you into this position now then, and we'll leave you with your sword facing... Oh, we'll leave you here, so we can never face due west when doing the rest of this room. I think that'll be okay. And we, in fact, never have to go up that way. No. Mistakes were made. Okay. Right, so we're going to clear that. This is where things get a little bit tricky. So I need to leave a double path here. This might not have been ideal. Because now I'm going to be forced to do... Well, let's see. If I leave this, like I'm leaving these two. So if I do 2, 2, 2, 1, 2. Okay, we're okay. No, we're not. There's a flaw with this plan. And that flaw is that I can't park this mimic where I thought I was going to. Okay, well, I'm gonna redo all this, I guess, later. But the plan was I was just gonna leave this mimic here. And then, as long as I never step north, this would be fine. I thought I was gonna have it completely isolated. Is it possible to have done that? Yes, it totally is. I would just have to have it down, ending on that tile. Okay, well that's actually not too bad. Or due north? Yeah, let's do due north. Because I like having my sword on an angle. I think that lets me reach things more easily. Whoops, let's not do that. Almost lost my leverage. Okay. So like this. Oh wait, it's gonna blow up the tile that the mimic is on. Okay. That's a problem. In that case... in that case, I don't think I can actually do this. Okay, well... I'm trying to set up something fairly specific here. Something like that? Okay, so as long as I never move diagonally in this direction, or face my sword in that direction, we should be okay. Okay, we've got that sorted out. Oh, that was easy. We're gonna do that because we want to drop that trapdoor right away. Alright, we're gonna have you... How much of this are we gonna drop? Let's see, we're gonna have the last mimic who's gonna go in here, drop basically all of this except for a single path that leads to this. And then they're gonna stand on that path and stab the bomb. And that's going to clear the room and allow Beethro to move. So we will... I guess clear everything else. Okay. You know what? This is a nice, easy way to demarcate things. So remember, we can't make that move ever. Have to be aware of that. Which is fine. I can do this. That was a mistake. Let's deal with the southern stuff first. I think that'll just make things a lot simpler. Oh, what's a problem? We're gonna have to do something like that. I didn't leave myself enough leverage. Is that fine? No, it's not, because... Yes, it is. The door will be down. The door will be down, so I can't actually do that. I don't really want to. Well, we're going to be all the way up here anyway. So I guess we'll just clear that off as much as we can. Yeah, this is going to be tricky. Yeah, because the problem is I have a line that I'm drawing here, and I need to not make this kind of a move ever. Maybe I shouldn't have done you right away. Because now I'm wondering, how do I clear out this little chunk without making a diagonal move? Because we're going to clear all of this and be done. Yeah, I don't think we can. Okay, is there a different way we can deal with this? We leave a slower path through here, and then up. Yeah, I guess I can force my way through still. Okay. Definitely. Oh, let's be careful with those. All these diagonals. So, I mean, we can also just leave a line here. That would be fine. It would be fine, but it's not ideal. Well... I guess if we do something like that. Then... the problem here is... Okay, no, we're going to end here. Right, so we're going to leave a path to this tile. That's not going to work because then we're moving this way. Okay, well if we do that... We come down here, clean out that, and then end here. Okay, I think this works. Yep, okay, I think I've got it. This is actually looking pretty good. I wonder if what I'm doing actually makes any sense. You can probably see what I'm trying to do, right? Let's not do that. I guess means that we're doing this. Okay, so I have to be careful here, because now I'm about to lock myself into a very specific orientation. How do I want my sword to be facing? I want my sword facing in this kind of a direction. Because this way, more importantly, I guess this way, I can stab this brain. I still need to do. That was me hitting the wrong button on the keyboard. Thank you, checkpoint. And yeah, they're both blocked on the same, this is why this looks really good to me, they're both blocked on the same diagonal, or sorry, I cannot move on the same diagonal for both of them, and they're both facing different orientations to the bomb, so I can do a controlled detonation. Okay, so... this is not looking too bad. So here, we're going to leave that as the way Beethro is getting through. And what do I have to actually take out here? I have to take out a path. This is fine. I can move on both of those angles. I have to... do something... like this. I don't want to step... I don't want to step on that fuse. I can do that. Okay, maybe this is fine. I've hit the checkpoint somewhat recently, so I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to kind of assume that this is going to work. Assumptions are dangerous. Just slow down a little bit. Right, I can't... This is about the best I'm gonna get, right? Do that. Yeah, because of the way the sword is, I'm gonna be forced to do something like that. Oh, which is fine. Oh, I need to... That's the issue. There's still a seep there. Okay, well... we'll see if this is good enough. Right, I can't move on that diagonal. Okay, that only affects... Really, that only affects this part, because I'll be blowing you up before I make this move. So I just have to reshape this to not have that kind of a diagonal. that even possible? I don't think it is. Not combined with all of my other restrictions that I have. Okay, combined with all these other restrictions, because I can't make a move this way, and I can't leave a path that goes this way. Because I can't have this go off. While I'm coming down here. Now I could, if I just redo these two, and don't drop all of this, and have this mimic, clear out a whole bunch of stuff here, and then come up here, do a whole bunch of stuff. Where would be the absolute latest? Like if I had it crossover, if I did a crossover here, then I had like an orthogonal path. I can't have an orthogonal path because of the brain. Alright, well, because of these trapdoors is actually the real issue there. I wonder if I get the... I probably have to stand on this door to get the achievement, I would imagine. I can't just drop all the trapdoors. Be stuck. Dropping all the trapdoors is actually not all that difficult. Well, I mean, we've checkpointed here, so I mean, let's just check that right now. Because all I have to do is drop all the trapdoors. Yeah, so this works as I expected. I've dropped all the trapdoors, but I didn't get out. Okay, as I thought. So this part works pretty nicely. I wonder how tight this timer is. It's like doing this gonna cause me some trouble. Is there a way to do this here? Not making... I guess... I guess if I leave a lot of trapdoors, I could make a path. Like, if I let you do this, come up here, like come like all the way up to here, and then do something like that. Doesn't make sense. How about going backwards diagonally? Yeah, if I did something like... Ah, this is messy. Okay. Okay, so something like this. I clear, that's fine. So instead of making this move, I'm now doing 4 moves to avoid doing 1 move. And then what? How am I ever going to... have to do something like this, maybe? I'm gonna have to step here on the bomb. Is here close enough? If I make this be the trigger point, I mean, I did just save, and that would be a lot easier than continuing to think about this. So let's just see if that's close enough. I have to... Oh, okay. Well, I guess that's going to be where it is then. Okay. Not fast enough. Three moves too slow. Okay, well, that just means I need to reposition this to over here somewhere, right? Get rid of a few more trapdoors. I mean, the issue was getting rid of these trapdoors doesn't actually matter because I had time to spare before hitting this bomb. Like, the fuse wasn't down that far yet. Okay, so is there a better way of dealing with this part? Well, if I go down here, I have to... I don't have to. I can... do something like that. Yeah, that should save me a few turns. Is that going to be enough? Yeah, because that's evenly lit, so that didn't matter. I feel like I'm going to be a turn short. Ah! Okay. So what that means the problem is you then, because I don't think I can make this like up to here unless I can avoid forcing myself to make that move. But even if I do, this fuse and this fuse lined up, so I actually have to make this a little bit smoother somehow. That's a pit all the way around you to start with. So this is as optimized as it can possibly be. So this little bump here, this clever little bump that I did, that's what's making the solution not work. Because I think the rest of this is actually optimized. I mean, this is messy, but it works. Like, making this more efficient just makes me have to... Oh, this fuse won't be lit as much, but by the time this goes off, it's fine. Alternatively, if I'm not messing with this... No, again, it doesn't matter. If I avoid turning, it doesn't matter. Okay, so I have to somehow find a way to not do this. Which means I think I don't want to put you into position when I did. I'm hoping I don't have to do multiple mimics at once here. I think... Yeah, no, I think what we're going to do... Back up a bunch. This was cool what I did here, but ultimately... Yeah, there's no other way to cross without making this move. So we're going to leave this for last, I think, is what we're actually going to do here. Yeah. So what I can actually do then with you is leave a path. I'm going to do this mostly the same here. Yes, because of this wall, that's the most efficient way to do it. Okay, so we've got... this setup. And now what we do something like this. Because we have our final mimic make this move and this move. I might not have wanted to cut that corner. Okay, we're gonna have the final mimic coming down here, making these moves, get into position, and I think that'll be fine. Now let's just take that bomb out so that we can walk over it. Okay, actually this might be a much more elegant solution to this whole problem. Just leave a path that the mimic has to take. So I can get a mimic stuck in here, and it's once it gets down to this point, it's only going in one direction. Okay, I kind of like how that turned out. Okay, this is a little bit messy here, because now I have to, well, I have to make little moves like that, but let's yeah, let's try to do as much as we can with this mimic now. So let's assume that your position is going to be here. And we're just going to take up as much of this as we can right now. We're going to leave that path. That path was fine. You're going to be coming this way. That's fine. Okay. Certainly working for this one. Okay, so we want this path as efficient as possible. Which means... this... Oh, whoops. Let's not hit all the buttons at once. I'm going to visualize this. We're going to have a path going from here, down like that. And from here... Okay, that means that we're going to leave a path like this and like this. Okay, so we've already screwed up. We have to leave another path here so that you can get out. Okay. Well, no more roach queens. That's something, I guess. Does that work? Yes, that works. Okay. So now I have a path here for a mimic to get here. This is a weird kind of problem solving because I'm like... I'm doing things, I'm finding solutions to problems that I don't really need to solve, but solving them will make the process easier. So I'm trying to avoid having to do planning by finding other ways of doing it. So we have Mimic here is going to be going up like this, I guess. And in here, clear all of those, hit the bomb. So your job now is to basically clear as much of this as we can. Let's see, we're going to have you coming out like this, which means I've got a couple of paths we can take. That's okay. That means that we don't need a bunch of tiles here that we don't need. So let's just get rid of them. We're gonna leave a few extra tiles there just to make sure that stuff is kind of working the way we want it to. Alright, there goes the last brain. I hit that orb again for no reason. Well, the reason was that I was lazy and didn't want to rotate my sword. Okay. So what we've done here is we've left a path for this mimic to come up, and I guess it doesn't really matter which way they go, but preferably going that way, I guess. So now we leave, I guess we'll leave a double path. Something like this. This part shouldn't matter too much. Famous last words. Okay. Okay. I think that's good. Now I don't have to really worry about you until I get all the way in there. You are going to... whoops, let's not make that diagonal move yet, just to make sure. Okay, do we ever have to move in this direction? I don't think we do. Let's just do that. Move that way. I can still rotate my sword. Okay. From here, which way do I want my sword facing? Probably doesn't matter, to be honest, because I can just... Well, let's just go this way. And then from here... Really? I overlooked that again. Now, this is really giving me trouble, this setup here. Is there a way to set this up differently? I mean, I'd rather not at this point, so the thing is I have to use you. Yeah, and there's no way there's enough time for that. This whole thing that I was setting up. Because now I have to do that. Yeah, and there's not going to be enough time for this. Not even close. Oh, only 3 turns off. Okay. So again, if I make this part better... If I can make it so that I don't have to move that way. All of this because I was 1 turn off that with that one solution. Okay, what if I do that and have that be my last turn in that direction? When I step in that direction, that would get me close enough. I'm pretty sure. So in order to do that, I need you to cross in a way that's not going to force a move like that. So... that means... right, that means leaving... I'll just something like that. That'll do it. Yep, that'll be fine. I wasn't expecting to spend a full hour on this, but... that's what you do, I guess. That's the one I wanted to do last, probably. That's fine. I can never move east with this setup. That's fine. I have no reason to move east with any of you, except for, I guess, leverage issues. So let's get that over and done with. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need to be over here. Okay. Actually, I need to be a little bit over further than that because I needed to... Okay. That's got... everybody is in place. Made it. Okay. Many feet make light work. I was worried about that extra little tile right there. Going to cause me some trouble, but... that's the room. Has also an hour. I was planning on getting this done and continuing on to the next level, but I guess we'll just save that for next time. So it's, yeah, one room. One room, one challenge, but we're done with the 23rd floor, effectively. I'm pretty sure the exit's just up here, and I don't see a challenge scroll here, so we will definitely start on the 24th level next time. I will see you then.